ACS community, tomorrow, March 3rd, we celebrate the Republic of Bulgaria's national holiday, Liberation Day. Let us commemorate the feats of heroes and their sacrifices for the freedom that is experienced today. Let us be reminded that such freedom required incredible courage, and let us not lose sight that such courage required persistence. It is this persistence of freedom with courage where we find strength. In this persistence of freedom and courage, we give strength. It is here where virtue is realized. A quote inscribed on one of our campus center halls reads, "Every nation and every person must be given the right to live with dignity and freedom." This quote was delivered over a century and a half ago by a man who committed his life to seeking liberty and freedom for his people, Vasil Levski. His words, however, are not just an echo from the past. His words call attention to our present, a present in urgent need of our collective attention to insist that dignity and freedom are rights for all. Dignity and freedom not only defined by national boundaries, but dignity and freedom defined by personhood. It is clear both are at risk. If we do not find the courage and are not persistent, our future is already set. And we are better than this. This year, we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the reopening of the American College of Sofia. It took Bulgaria to be liberate again for the college to resume its physical existence. Let us celebrate and let us be reminded. To close, I wish you Chestit Tetrimart, Happy Liberation Day, and may we possess the courage and demonstrate persistence for the liberty and dignity of others and for the liberty and dignity of self.
Dear classmates, dear faculty, dear parents, we have gathered today to celebrate our national holiday and to commemorate the Bulgarian struggles for liberation from the Ottoman rule, culminating at the end of the Russo-Turkish War of 1877-1878 with the signing of the preliminary peace treaty of San Stefano on March 3, 1878.
Едно дело общо, едничка цял свята, вдъхваше душите, сгряваше сърцата. Въодушевление нечуто завчас, смая всеки разум, упи всяка свяст. Народът живееше с чувство само, свободата беше пленила ума му. Той се бе усетил изведнъж голям и готов за бунта, и храбър, и сам. И в няколко дена, тайно и полека, народът порасте за няколко века.
We, as a nation, shall be proud of our own contribution to the war effort with the blood, sweat and tears of the brave participants in the Bulgarian militia, Opolčencите. On the verge of the war, General Stoletov, the commander of the militia, claimed that if the eastern question after the war is submitted for discussion in the European Areopagus, then the Bulgarian people will not be, as in past wars, a passive sufferer for not taking part in the struggle.
The decision to form Bulgarian regiments in the Russian army was taken as early as the fall of 1876. In the beginning, it was expected that the 6,000-strong militia was going to serve only for security and support tasks. However, it very soon reached 12,400 volunteers who performed outstandingly in training combat shootings and whose endurance in the difficult campaign through Romania completely stunned the Russian command. As a result, the militia was assigned to active combat in General Gurkul's forward detachment.
In a fierce battle against 16,000 Ottoman soldiers near Stara Zagora, the 1st and the 3rd companies of the militia provided time for the troops to withdraw to the pass leading to Kazanlak. Several standard bearers, along with Lieutenant Colonel Kalitin, fell defending the Samara flag, the flag of the 3rd company, but it was saved. Alas, Suleiman Pasha retaliated by removing, enslaving or slaughtering the Christian inhabitants of Stara Zagora and setting the entire town ablaze.
In August, Suleiman, with 35,000 Turkish soldiers, headed for the Shipka Pass, controlled by the 5 Bulgarian militia companies, the Bryansk and Orlov regiments, and 28 guns, against whom he had 7-fold superiority. In the calculation of fighters and weapons, however, he did not include the fighting spirit and determination of the defenders of the pass.
3 дни вече се бият, но помощ не иде. От никъде взорът надежда не види. И братските роли не фърчат към тях. Нищо, те ще паднат, но честно, без страх. Като шъпа спартанци под сгънта на Ксеркса. Телазите идат, всичките на штрекса. Последният напън вече е настал. Тогава Столетов, наши генерал, ревна гороломно. Млади опълченци, венчайте България с лаврови венци. На вашата сила царят повери прохода, войната и себе дори.
Вълните намират канарито газ, патроните липсват, но волите траят. Щикът се пречупва, гърдите оставят и сладката радост до крак да измрат пред цяла вселена на то славен ръд. С една смърт юнашка и с една победа. България цяла сега нази гледа, той враг висок е, тя ще ни съзре, ако би бегали, да време по-добре.
On August 23, 1877, at 10 o'clock in the morning, the actions of the individual positions merged into one gigantic battle. The militiamen and Russians fought with ultimate resolution. No one backed down when they ran out of munitions. Even so, fierce hand-to-hand fights flared up with bayonets, knives, stones and trees. The night fell and the Shipka heroes prepared for what probably was going to be the last attack of the Turks.
When in the morning all hope seemed lost, a frantic hooray broke out in the positions closest to the road to Gabrovo and spread along the entire defense line. Help was coming, and even though it was only 150 Cossacks, neither the defendants nor the Turks knew that. This was the beginning of the end of the Battle of Shipka, as the psychological victory had been won. In the following hours, the first units of the Russian military reserve started arriving. Finally, on August 27, all was quiet on Shipka.
Russians and Bulgarians gave 3,348 dead and wounded soldiers and 108 officers. The Turks between 10,000 and 15,000. The remains of Suleiman's army were no longer the formidable force they used to be. One of the most significant Ottoman armies was practically disabled and could not take part in the decisive military events that would determine the final outcome of the war, which enabled the Russian command to concentrate on the siege of Pleven and ultimately win the war.
The thousands of local Bulgarian supporters also deserve our recognition. After the war, Suleiman Pasha himself attributed one of the reasons for his failures to the thousands of Bulgarians who have helped the advancing Russian army.
In the vicissitudes of the War of Liberation, the contribution of the Bulgarian people must not be forgotten. Let's cherish this legacy and idealism now, when we stand free, and dedicate our efforts to work for the bright and democratic future of Bulgaria.
И днес još Балканът, щом буря зафаща, спомня този ден бурен, шуми и препраща. Славата му дивна, като някой ек, от урва на урва и от век на век.
Честит
3 март!